All right, what's up, team? So the first thing we do before we start boxing is we're going to have to learn how to get into our stance. Now, your boxing stance is split into either southpaw or orthodox, or in other words, left-handed or right-handed. And this is going to be an important distinction to make because we want to have our strongest or more coordinated side to the rear of our stance, because that's generally going to be more of the power shots that we're going to throw. All right, really simple to get set up here. We're just going to start with the soles of our feet together. Okay, relaxing down. I'm going to point my toes out in a V, and then I'm going to bring my heels out to match. Okay, this should roughly get me hip width apart, and I want you to think of this as the minimum distance I want between my feet at all times for stability. Okay, so from here, we're going to step back with our dominant side. I'm an orthodox fighter, so I'm going to step back with my right leg. And take one good step back. Now, if you were a southpaw, you would just step back with your left leg. From here, I just want to make sure that that rear foot is pointing out at about 45 degrees, and my shoulders are in line with my hips to match. Okay, I want to load the weight into the front of my feet, and just to unlock my knees into a soft bend, I'm just going to get you to jiggle your heels a little bit and then drop. This is going to lower our center of gravity and make it a little bit easier for our hips to rotate. If you keep your legs nice and straight, it's very difficult for your hips to turn here with your upper frame. Last step is we're just going to loosen out our arms. We're going to lift them up above our head and then let them fall down onto our lats. Last step, you're going to make a couple of fists here and tuck your chin down. From this position, you are ready to box. Okay, so if we look at that position from side on, you're going to see a couple of key points here. One, my weight is evenly split between both feet. So that little jiggle on the front of our feet and then dropping straight down should have my head traveling in line with my hips straight down. I want to make sure that I'm not too far forwards, putting weight into that front leg, or I'm leaning backwards here. We always want to maintain a 50-50 weight distribution between our front and our rear foot. Okay, the second thing you will see is that my hands clearly have some distance apart. So I'm not holding them together in front of my face here. I want to make sure that I've got a clear separation between my lead and my rear hand. This is really going to help with the rotation through your shots and mean that we've got a little bit more power when we turn through on that rear side. The reason we want those shoulders nice and relaxed and resting on our lats is if we start to tense our shoulders up when we're in this stance, this is going to get really tiring on my shoulders as the rounds and the sessions continue, but all that tension in my shoulders is going to prevent me from moving quickly when it comes to punching. We want to make sure that we keep those shoulders relaxed, allow my legs to carry the weight, and that way my arms can flow freely when it comes time to throwing our combinations.